everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. We're about to play more of A Touch of Evil, the 10th anniversary edition. And from the last episode I had one little thing, it's not really a major correction, I just wanted to point it out. These guys, the ghost soldiers, according to their rules, come in a set of 3. So we're going to put them down there. That makes them pretty nasty. I wanted to show you this. It says that they come in an army. Use 3 ghost soldier markers in the same space to represent a ghost soldier. The ghost soldier formation. This counts as a single minion. Now I have to assume that they only have 3 fight dice, but I don't know if do I have to kill them 3 times. I mean, they obviously don't have 9 fight dice. They'd be tougher than the villain. Plus dread. So I don't know. I guess you have to hit all 3 of them. It seems kind of nasty. I don't know that it doesn't really say. It just says they count as 1 minion. So is it just that there's a big stack there to represent the formation, and it's just for storytelling purposes and cool, or does it actually have a technical impact? It's kind of weird the way it's worded. Let me know what you think. Okay, anyway, let's get on it. We're going to start with our turns. So next up, now I don't feel ready to take on the villain yet, so we're not going to do that. But we are going to move the first player token over to Carl. Carl's got a lot of money, and he is in the abandoned keep. Let's take a look at what Carl has. He's got his he beat the highwayman. He has this attacked card. That's going to give him the break the hateful curse thing for our epic villain. He has a horse and he has a strength of battle. So he doesn't actually have a lot of stuff, which is kind of crazy. But let's roll his movement die and see what he gets. Because if we can get to the town center, we're going to be able to do something cool. We are not, because we rolled a 1. I'm going to move him because I don't want him to linger, but we're going to get an event card for that. What a wasteful turn for him. Play immediately. You've come to save us. Greeted with joy by the locals, you bring hope to the devastated village. Gain investigation equal to your honor. Wow, that is 5. That is pretty outstanding. So he's got another 5 investigation. He can go on a buying spree when he gets to town. He's got almost 20 investigation at this point. That's neat. Okay, but we're going to move him just 1. Boop. He has his horse, so he's actually going to move 2 and join Inspector Cook, where they will not trade or do anything. Well, wait, let me think about that. I did want to give... No, I still think this is a +2 combat. That would put Carl at a 5. In the showdown, we have this cunning thing for him. We have this -1 fight dice against baddies, and we have Franklin the Old Hound that gives him 2 extra wounds. I don't think we're going to trade. I think Carl's just going to go find his own gear, so we're going to leave that alone. But that's going to mark the end, actually the sad end of a short turn for Carl's turn. That's not very effective as he heads back toward trying to get to the town center to turn in this quest and then maybe buy some things at the blacksmith on the next turn. It's going to take a couple turns to get all this done. It would have been nice to have got there this turn, but we didn't. But that was a really good event card that we got. So next up, we're going to go to Isabella Von Took. She is at the Manor House, where I still don't think she has 2 mana cards, does she? She does, so she's really tapped out there. She has a 1 windmill card. We got to head her south. She does have, of course, Lucy Handbrook. She's got a pistol. She's got Selena the housemaid that gives her +1 spirit. She's got her padded coat and her pitchfork. She's doing pretty well. All right, let's roll for her and see what she gets. She got a 4. That could take her into town, I suppose. We don't really want to stay in town, though, because it adds dread because of these jack-o'-lanterns. So 1, 2... She gets to... You know what? We're going to go to the doctor's office. 3, 4. She's now at the doctor's office, okay? So what happens there, just to remind you, she gets... she's going to get drawn an event card, and when she ends her turn there, we're going to end up putting another dread out because she ended her turn in the town. But it's worth doing because she's going to use this investigation to get rid of wounds, and she gets an event card. So she starts off with that. What does she get? Knocked away. Play with any hero, including yourself, is about to take more wounds in a fight. 1 or more wounds in a fight. Prevent all of those wounds. Instead, choose 1 item you must discard. We have a couple of those. We're going to be using those like heavily in the showdown. She will use her 2 remaining investigation to get rid of the 2 wounds that she has on herself. And that's, I think there's an autopsy thing too. Let's do that. I think there is. So we're going to play this. Autopsy, play as an action while at the doctor's office. And only if there's at least 1 town elder dead. There are a couple. And then we're going to gain a D6 investigation. So she's going to spend that. We'll just roll this out here on the table. She got 5 investigation. That is awesome, because now she can not take a lot of wounds. Okay, and that is going to be her turn. So we are then going to add, because of these jack-o'-lanterns that are spread around town, when a hero ends their move in a town space or at the manor. Oh, this should already be here, because last turn we ended our town space at the manor with Isabel. I forgot the manor part. Gain 1 investigation and a dread. So she gains another investigation. She actually would have gained 2, because she would have had 1 from the manor house, but since, I tell you what I'm going to do. Well, if I'm going to put the dread counter out, but I rolled for it. Yeah, we'll put it out and give her another investigation. There. Okay. There should be 2 there now. And then at the end of her turn, she's going to gain another one. So we're at 3. So we're very likely to have a pretty nasty encounter at the end of this turn. That is Isabella von Took. Next up, we have Katerina the Outlaw. She is at the field. She's trying to head over to the manor house. 5. Now again, we're gonna. Well, you know what? We'll just lock it in and make sure we end up with an epic encounter this turn, I suppose. She's going to go right to here, where she will draw a manor house card. See what she gets. Hopefully something good. Holy Water. Discard to automatically defeat vampire, ghost, or demon minions you are fighting. Or to automatically do 2 hits to a vampire, demon, or ghost villain. That's good. We'll take that. She's got her runic amulet, which allows her to use spirit in combat, and she's got Holy Water. That's not terrible. And that's it for her, but she does, unfortunately, add another dread counter, because she entered her turn at the manor and gains another investigation. So we're definitely going to have an epic encounter this turn, unless something really random happens, like roll another 6. Alright, and then we got Inspector Cook. This turn is going fast, guys. Inspector Cook rolled a 4 in his movement. He does, however, have a horse, so he can get 5. He's got a horse and a dog following him around. But what does he want to do? He's got 5, 6, 7, 8 investigation. He could go to the blacksmith. We'll just lock, so we're going to lock in a... I mean, he's got cards from everywhere. The manor, the old woods, and the abandoned keep. So he can get to the windmill. But I don't think he can get there. Let's see how far he can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get right to there. That would keep him out of town. I don't know if it matters right now, because we're going to have an epic villain encounter. We're already at 4. Odds are against us. Why don't we take this turn to stop him in the blacksmith, because then we'll clear the dread counters out. So he'll just go to the blacksmith. That means we're going to draw an event card. What do we get? Brilliant Deduction. This is actually really good for him. Give any hero or town elder +2 cunning for the rest of the turn. That's good. So when he's in a showdown or fight and something he has to use cunning on, he'll get that. Now we're going to do what I told you my house rule. We're going to draw a few items, 3 items from the town deck. He's going to get to purchase them. So 1, 2, and 3. What do we get? We get the healing herbs. He's got 1 wound. Charmed Relic, once per game round. When you draw a card from a corner deck location, you may discard it and draw again. I like that, but he's almost full. The Book of Lore, +2 honor. That would put him at a 6 honor. Wow. Discard to cancel a mystery card and move the shadow track 1 step. I think we'll buy that one for sure. That is most of his money. So he's got 6. That would not allow him to buy these 2. So we're going to buy that one. We're going to buy the Book of Lore. That is a good thing for him. So he owns this now. That is going to cost him this investigation. And I'll put it in his stacks. Now he's got +2 honor. That's awesome. And yeah, and that unfortunately is the end of his turn as well, and the end of our turn. So first things first, we're going to add a dread counter, so we're at 5. Or actually, we're already... Actually, I take it back. I need to give Inspector Cook, before I end his turn, give him another one of those and another dread counter. So we're going to be at 6, so I'm just going to take them off, and we're going to have an epic encounter. But first, we're going to draw... We're going to roll on our advanced cooperative mystery chart. Crazy Scooby-Doo madness is going to happen now. Let's see, a 5. Darkness Falls. The shadow track immediately moves D3 closer to darkness. The hero may collectively take... Heroes may collectively take 5 wounds to see... as they see fit to prevent this. Okay, well this is okay, because remember, we have all of our locations are fortified. So every turn of the heroes, we're going to move it back. So let's hopefully roll... Well, we rolled a 6. Wow, so the shadow track is going to go 1, 2, 3. Now hopefully it doesn't go down again, because then next round it will start going back up. I'm going to let that happen. Because we have the town fully fortified, so every turn of the heroes, I didn't do that this turn because it was already at the maximum it could be. It can't pass one of these thresholds. And that is it for the advanced cooperative mystery phase chart, but we do have to have an epic villain encounter. Okay, here's that deck. Let's see what we get here. Just Horse Chase. The Spectral Horseman gains +1 fight dice against heroes that has a transport item or ally. Well, both two of my people have horses. Your hero may discard a transport item or ally to prevent up to D6 wounds, so it can kill his horse. That's actually not bad for us at all. I don't mind that at all. That goes in, and that was actually the end of that. That's cool. That was not a bad turn for us at all. Nothing truly tragic happened there. Wow, that's amazing, amazing. And again, I did not take the Reverend into our group again. I probably will if Isabel Von Took at some point, but I want to wait till next turn to make sure that the mystery track doesn't cross another threshold, because then he goes back and it would be a waste of money. So we're gonna wait on that. Yeah, not bad, not a bad turn. And I don't know, like I said, I don't feel ready for the showdown yet, but I think we're getting closer. Get all these dice off the table here and put them in our pool. Okay, so that's where we have it, guys. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. It is not going particularly quickly. I know we're on episode 11, but that's the nature of this game. The turns are going relatively quickly. I'm talking through a lot of them, so it's probably taking a little longer than it would normally if we were all just sitting around playing. But yeah, that's not bad. So again, we don't have any dread out. That's a good thing. Everybody will skip out of town next turn, except for Carl, I think, to get more stuff, because we do need things for our Katarina and more stuff for Carl. Actually, Carl, he's got to go to the town square so we can manage this and get this. That gives him a +1 spirit and another wound. I like that. So we'll get that done, hopefully. Inspector Cook is heading off to where? He was heading off, I believe, to the windmill. Yep, that's where he's heading. And he's got lots of stuff. Actually, he's got 4 town items, so I have to give up. Maybe I didn't want to buy that. I could give up the torch. The torch is kind of wimpy. I don't know. I mean, so he can only have 3 town items, right? So he's got 4. I just realized it. So before we close out, let's see. I want to keep his horse. Well, yeah, that's actually really beneficial. The town item of the torch, the musket's not a town item. The horse is a town item. The book, this one is too good for him. I like that. I like the 2 books. So I think we're going to dump the torch. Put that back at the town items. Okay. He dumped the torch because he can only have 3 town items. All right, that's now we're officially finished. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and have a wonderful day. I hope you're all getting along in our troubled world today. Again, it's not that I'm ignoring anything political in our world. I just don't talk about it on this channel so that everybody can just relax and enjoy without having to deal with those things. And that's what we're here for. So it's not that I'm not feeling them. It's not that I don't have a vested interest in them. I'm just not bringing them to the channel. So I hope you can understand that. And if you saw that little segment at the end, please feel free to comment if you feel otherwise. But like I said, I just want to keep this channel pure for the enjoyment of the people watching, and keep it away from all this in the world, all the terrible things that are happening to us today. 2020, rough year. Anyway, guys, thanks. I will talk to you in the next episode. So take care, and I will see you soon.